Where's the featuring Cody?
Look, it's work in progress. All right.
All right, because I just text Nate. I want to tweak something in there, but we need that featuring Cody. That's what it's all about. That you are the star. I mean, look, we made $15 last week.
We did.
If we make more than $15 this week, Cody, I'm suggesting starring Cody. Starring.
I mean, we're just going to start taking the B-roll, and it's all going to be
Name and lights. Name and lights. Cody Lovelace. Well, we've got Kat from Ralston Creek CrossFit. Look at you all fancy in your office there.
I decided it was a little bit better than sitting at the kitchen table like I normally do.
Hey, did you work from home?
I do.
Cool. And what we met at your level 2, right?
Yes.
How long ago was that?
Oh, it's only like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. We met at your level 2, and I don't know if we'll say it. And you know what? It's too bad because this is live. But you weren't thrilled with your prior affiliate. And
Correct.
I think, this is something we need to talk about. And before we talk about it, this is going to be a 30-minute episode this week. We're watching Kat coach the Snatch progression. But Cody and I have to bounce to another call today that we had previously committed to prior to the launch of this show. We'll be back next week with a full hour, right, Cody? Who do we got?
Don't hold me to it.
Tony?
I think
Dennis?
Tony, Dennis, one of those.
We got a lot of people reaching out. Cody, how do they reach out if they want to get their coaching submitted?
Best way right now is one, go over to Instagram, follow us while you're there if you're not already.
You don't follow us.
Yeah, if you don't follow us, I'm not even reading it. Okay, then drop us a DM and just let us know that you're interested. I'll grab your email from there. We'll reach out and do some chit chat back and forth.
Yes. By the way, if you are interacting with us on Instagram, it's a real person. It's typically Cody, but if you're fighting with someone, it's probably Fern. Fair? Yeah, if you get a nice response, it's me. If it's just a informative response, it's Cody. If it's argumentative, it's Fern. So we were saying you were at an affiliate, and this is important because coaches, if you're at a place and you're not getting the feedback, the development, the growth that you want, there's other affiliates. Because I said to Kat, I got the place for you. I was coaching at Ralston Creek CrossFit, still what I would consider my home gym. Yes, I know I go to Best Hour CrossFit every day, but if I were to go to an affiliate with real people there, it would be Ralston Creek CrossFit. And here's the deal. I walked into Ralston Creek CrossFit July 2020, and I had gone across the street. There was another box across the street, went up to it. The doors were closed. And I was like, okay, let's find the next box. I just moved to the area, showed up, big muscular dude was there with this awesome dog, Fitch. And he came up to me. We started talking. I was like, this guy is cool. Got his level 3. He's like, hey, come in, take some classes. The coaching was phenomenal. And I was like, I want to be here, and started coaching there. So there are affiliates out there doing it the right way. And, the dude I'm talking about, Jeremy Cirone, great leader, great coach, right? Kat has had a good influence on your development.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jeremy and I actually go way back to like 2015, and he was one of the toughest coaches I've ever had. In a really good
I didn't know you had a prior relationship. Yeah.
Yeah. So he made me overhead squat with a PVC pipe for literally a year. And just, I will never forget that experience because he made me so much better. And I'm just so happy to be like learning from him as a coach now as well.
It's not about this, but I do want to ask you one question. How challenging of a decision was that? And like you and I were talking prior, it's a 30-minute drive for you to go here every day. So how challenging was it just for you to leave your home, if you will, and be like, I'm going like to get better to this other place?
Yeah, it was really challenging because, I had 12 minutes one way, 25 at 5 a.m, the other way, 30 minutes at like noon. So yeah, I mean, time-wise, it didn't make sense. It's one of the reasons that I wasn't at that gym in the first place, and it just didn't make sense. But I kind of did the like straddling two gyms for a little while because it was just so hard to make the commitment to go all the way over. And then eventually it became a very easy decision because I saw the coaching that I was getting, trying to get my L3, the development that, you know, Jeremy takes us through, you know, being part of Affiliate U as well. Like we're all getting developed as coaches. It's worth it. It's worth the drive. It's worth the extra time. And I get to listen to Best Hour podcasts on the way now. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, I mean, hey, well worth it. Well worth it. All right, let's dig into this. Cody, I'm going to share my screen. Is it there? All right. All right. So last week you gave me feedback, Cody. You said set my volume.
Somewhere around like 1/2 to 3/4. And then if we need to mute it, then we'll mute the stream.
You'll mute it?
If need be, I'll just mute you.
Oh, that's not good. The donations might go up if you do that. All right, let's watch it. Here we go. And before we go further, Kat, you did not send this to me expecting to be on here, for the record. Right? You just sent this to get like some review, period. And then I was like, cool, we're going to put you live in front of the world. And also, I was asking you about this. Tell me what you were going to say. I stopped you from saying it because I wanted you to say it on the show.
Yeah. So, you know, as part of the coaches development group that I'm part of under your affiliate university, some of the feedback I've been getting on my progressions, I've been incorporating. And so I was attempting to incorporate some of it. And a lot of it is just like presence and attitude. So I tend to be very like type A, very regimented. And I was kind of working my way down the line, just like going one person after the next. And I'm really working to spread it out and just like make it more enjoyable as they're sitting, you know, at the bottom of the squat or like holding those position drills. So that's something that I'm trying to incorporate here. I'm also trying to incorporate more cross circle cueing, but it's so hard. It's one of the reasons I reached out. Like I feel like I'm only getting one cue per rep called. And then also in that presence and attitude, like when I'm having those conversations, I think I'm missing, you know, I'm getting some empty reps as well. So that's something I'm working on.
You know, big picture, Kat, one, like I've said to everyone on this show, kudos to having the balls to come on here, right? Like, because again, some people are submitting it, wanting to come on. These first few people, Ryan, Christina, Kat, they just got like, hey, you're voluntold. I'll see you on YouTube. So kudos to you. And then secondly, awesome that you're working on it. That's how you're going to get better. I do not expect to see perfection right now. We will rate you at the end for the record. However, I don't expect it to be perfect. And I'm going to throw it out there. Cody, part of our rating system will take into account the effort and also where they are in their development as a coach. Deal?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Also, I want to say this, Cody. You never know about internet in this world. If my internet ever craps out, I give you permission to take over.
That's fair.
Fair. Okay, let's go. Puts the PVC down. Nice job. Okay.
Jay, just so you know, we don't have any audio.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
Can't hear it? Hold on a second. She was crushing it.
When you add it to the stream, just make sure the audio box is clicked.
I did. Oh, you know what it was? I see what I did.
Good. And Stan?
Hear that?
Yep. Okay.
Oh, back until you hit my hand.
So far, every rep cues. Every rep cues.
Down. Yep. And then now you went forward. Back a little bit more. Tuck the ribcage down. There you go. Good. Yep. All right. And
cool. So that was the extent you should have spent with her. If it took one more cue, we're moving on. And that's not I'm ignoring you forever. It's the other people I'm ignoring. I think that was perfect amount. If she didn't get it on that last one, we'll catch it on the next one. Everybody stand, ready? Boom. Now, I can tell you one thing that is immediately going to change your ability to give cross-circle cues. But first, I'm going to let Cody take a stab at it because I'm trying to develop. Part of this whole thing is I'm also developing Cody.
Okay.
Look, I don't, as much as people want to say Jay loves hearing himself talk, I want to grow this beard and never speak to anyone ever again. That's my goal in life. And in order to do that, I have to develop other people to take my job. So Cody, I'm looking for one very specific answer.
Put people in a circle. Put people in a circle.
Okay, I'll give you a 50% on that. The circle would be ideal. I understand it's the snatch. We're a little concerned. Also, I know this space. It's more narrow than it actually looks, if I'm being right. Have you? You weren't. We didn't go here when you were in town, right, Cody? We didn't go to Ralston Creek that time.
I came once.
Oh yeah, we worked out here.
Yeah.
Together. That's right. So this is the kind of dog leg back area. Circle would be great. If not, get these people a little tighter and be on the other side.
Like in the rig.
Either I would just get, it's PVC. Hey guys, everybody this row with the girl in the green in the front, step that way. This row with the girl in purple, step that way. Now you basically have an oval, if you will, but you can be on the outside of it just like a circle. A squircle. It's a squircle if we're using scientific terms.
Squircle.
People are always like, I can't have circles in my box. We don't have space. Like, if you could have 2 lines, you have the space for a circle. You're just not good at geometry.
Dip. Good position, Allie.
Because you see how you're ignoring half the room?
Yeah.
And that's all that will do for you. You'll catch
stand.
Other people on the other side by doing that.
Dip.
That's a good point. Like, always try to position yourself so that you can see the most people. And if you're walking down the middle of the room, you've got your back to half the class.
Dip.
Yeah, it's the same thing we spoke about with Christina last week with the boxes.
Dip. Okay, drive the knees out a little more. Yep. Straighter arms. Yeah. Stand. Dip. Half an inch back.
And something you're doing well.
And stand.
Is you're mixing up the style of cueing nicely. You're using some verbal. I didn't see many visual, but a couple tactile. Here's the big takeaway also at this point. They're in the static position. Leave them longer.
Okay.
Like you're almost treating that static position like dynamic dip. Like the amount of time is probably 3 seconds, 4 seconds, maybe. Hey guys, dip. And then it's purple, shoulders back, black, knees out, hoodie, that, right? And it's like, you don't have to be walking up and down for this. You could be standing right where you are in the front. You'll get more reps in that way, and you'll get more cues in that way. Thus far, though, I didn't see any empty reps. I didn't see as many cues as I would want either. But first step, like, hey, no empty reps, good start.
Now we're going to add a jump. So you're going to stay in that hip crease. We're going to dip and jump. Okay.
Is that read in the back?
Let that PVC pipe leave your
hips.
Okay, everybody dip.
Read. That's a perfect example of a dude that is stronger than he thinks he is.
Hip crease.
Go ahead.
All right, dip.
He always outlifts me, and then in the Metcon goes less than me.
Jump. Good. Dip.
I do have one more good thing to say so far, too. She demoed the next piece of the progression with a PVC pipe.
Put it down.
And then put it down.
Absolutely. Here's the question. You've taught a jump, basically, right? What are you looking for?
So I'm looking for staying in the heels, like not bringing the hips forward. So like that posterior chain engagement with the jump. That's probably the primary thing I'm looking for.
I don't think that's bad. You're looking for something. I would tell you, though, more likely we should be looking for just hip extension.
Mm-hmm. That's
what the jump is all about. They will stay in their heels, whether or not their butt's in the right place or not. Whether they jump and open their hips is what's typically missed.
Good height, Allie. Dip. Straight arms, Jordan. Yeah. Jump.
And even during this portion, dip.
Dip.
Cool. Pause. Boom, boom, boom. Right? This is where you're going to get cues in.
Read a little bit higher.
Right? Cross circle cueing doesn't happen in the dynamic.
Dip. That was better.
It's the static portion.
Jump. Good, Monica.
And get your damn hands out of your pockets.
It's freezing in there, and this vest is heated, in my defense.
Nice. All right, relax
really?
for a
Is
second.
It heated?
The pockets are
next
heated.
thing we're going to do is add a shrug.
That's why it has a little
we're
light.
keeping straight arms here, which is kind of like patting your head and rubbing your belly. So we're going to keep this in the hip crease. We're going to dip. We're going to jump and shrug. So all we're looking for is just an up down with the shoulders, keeping triceps.
I would do a demo sideways.
Okay,
Throw that in there.
Say dip and jump.
Let me ask you a question, Cody. I'm going to leave this running because I know we got to be on time.
Otherwise, it's like dip, jump, shrug.
Cody, do you like this when coaches, this is not a cat thing, this is just in general coaching the snatch or the clean, they teach us like jump like that for the hip extension? Or would you rather see like an aggressive dip drive, squeeze your butt? Because I understand we're going to jump and it's like similar to the push jerk, right? Like the weight's what's going to keep you down. But I think sometimes this position, and then also coaches will put you on your toes and like pause, drop. And I'm like, this is a contrived position.
Yeah, like I'm not a big fan of like what you said, like being on the toes. Like that one's a little bit weird and awkward. Like if it doesn't feel natural, it doesn't feel natural, and I don't feel like it. I feel like it could be done a little bit differently, like in the middle of a progression.
Yeah, I see that a lot. Like, hey, get on your toes, push the bar here. I'm like, cool. I'm never going to be in this position.
Right.
Okay.
At least not paused in that position, right?
Right.
So we're still going to dip. We're still going to shrug, but now we're going to turn the bar around. This is what's going to be called our high hang snatch, which is an option for today for the strength piece or the workout. So we're just going to dip and then landing in that power position so we don't have to go to a squat. Then we'll reset. All right, guys.
Checking your phone. I don't
go ahead and get PVC up, and we're going to dip, and I'll just say go. Go.
Another.
And stand, reset.
What'd you see?
The bar closer.
Okay.
I want it to like hit your sweatshirt on the way up.
So there, right there.
Go.
I want to watch your follow-up.
That was so much better.
Cool, good follow-up. But you watched her, you saw something, you missed 12 static positions. Mm-hmm. That's where and again, for you, Kat, that's where the big cross circle cue. Like I saw that. I'm gonna tell her, but first push up, pull back, do this, do that. Green, keep that bar closer next time. Set, more cues, watch her. Good follow-up, right? Is that, and again, whether the snatch, the squat, doesn't matter. Cool. Like take advantage that you don't forget what you saw, but go to the static positions and then come back. You can implement this tomorrow. And I'm sure you've implemented it since this is like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We don't do a circle in my gym, typically 2 lines, one in front of the ring and one behind. What do you think about? Yeah, I think, and that was my point, Robin. You're making a squircle, right? Like even in this scenario, I don't know. Is there someone in front of that girl in purple? I don't know if you remember this.
I don't remember.
But if there were, cool. Purple, other girl, green, this girl in the black, face that way. Everybody else face this way. And now you've got a rectangle, oval, etc. Because here's the other thing that's happening that I was going to get to before I saw that rep. You're always starting in the front.
Yeah.
Right? And what's really happening is you're starting in the front, focusing on that row to get back. And then you're realizing, okay, we've done a lot of reps and I basically bypass, green, black, that woman in gray every time. Right? So if they were now doing half and half and you stood in the middle instead, I mean, really, you don't have to move at all.
All right, go ahead and stand and reset. Dip. Sweeten the heels, Victoria. Yeah. Tom, meet a little more in the heels. There you go. Go.
Even the position you're in now is better.
All right, back down.
I don't love that you're squatting on your toes, but they're better than
We talked about my ankle mobility.
And reset. Dip.
Hands in the pocket, squatting down.
Tuck your ribcage down.
But I'm not walking with the PVC, so we'll take
no PVC, so big win. Yeah.
Good. Stand and reset.
And you are on the other side of the room now, which is good.
I think I felt it. I was like, oh, I'm missing these people. I need to find another route.
That's a big part of it. And, for the record, for those that don't know this space, there's an entire other section about this size. And I've been in classes that are either busy and necessary to do that or not, where the coach allows that. I'm like, no. What you've done here, at least, like when they start snatching, you're going to let them spread out, I assume.
Yes.
Right? And that goes for all, like we had a video up of this where Fern, I was coaching. That was the feedback Fern gave. It's like, you got this whole space and we got everybody right here. Like, why just because we have that space doesn't mean we need to use it. even for the workout at times, like how many of us have been in a workout and it's like we're so spread out, it seems like we're working out by ourselves.
Go.
Like versus like, oh, I feel the energy when we're all together like this.
On the bar forward about half an inch. Here we go. Good. And then weight in the heels. Yep. Okay. And stand and reset. Dip. And go. Good. Reset. Okay, next we're going to start going
I will say,
down
now that you've got into a
to the
little bit of a
actual
more
hang. So we have the high
complex
hang we
version,
just did.
a
Now we're
couple
gonna
empty
keep
reps
the
are
hang
sneaking
for the
in,
hang, which is also
I
called
felt it.
position 2.
right?
Yeah.
And that's
Okay,
just,
so I'll say
again,
dip or position 1.
what are we looking for? If
Position
you're ever
2,
unsure what you're
we're
looking
gonna come
for
back to position
in one of
1,
the Olympic lifts, it's hip
and we're going to
extension.
jump and snatch.
Like,
And then we're going
if
to
you're ever like, I don't know what I'm looking
Here we
for,
go.
look at someone's hip.
The whole goal
That's
of
it.
this
You could spend the
is we're
entire
trying to
class
get our
only
brain
giving feedback
to
on
bring
that.
the bar into the hip rather than bringing our hips to the bar. Okay, there is a difference. Okay, so let's go ahead and dip into position 1. Okay, down to position 2. But a little bit.
Are you? Oh, there's someone in front of her. See, if we would have had people face both ways.
Yep.
Allie, butt higher. I want you hinged more.
When you were coaching this cat, did you feel as if people were getting better?
All right, position 1
Yeah.
in the hip.
And I think they are.
So our knees
Overall,
should be bent.
it's always like, okay, now can we get more
Okay,
people
and
more
snatch.
better?
Mhm.
I don't know if that's proper grammar.
Good, and reset.
It's actually
works.
it's mo people, mo better.
Okay, dip into position 1. So back up to position 1.
And again, all you guys watching this, thinking about whether square,
Now
circle,
down to position
etc.
2.
Look how far back Cat is, and she has to be
Back
for
up
the
to
record.
position 1.
But think about the
Again, knees
entire
should still be
one
bent,
person
and
can
snatch.
see you
There you go.
out of a
Agreed.
call it a
All
10-person
reset.
class,
Back
right?
down.
Where
Let's go ahead
if
and
half the
dip
class
into
were
position
facing
1.
one way,
Position
now
2.
50% of the class can see you, and that's a simple fix of like, hey guys, turn around.
Back to position 1.
You four turn around.
And snatch.
It'll seem very weird because clearly the front of the room is here. Like I know the space, and no matter where your space is, it'll seem weird. It'll seem weird till you
All right,
start,
down to
and no one will care.
position
They're
2.
just snatching.
Butt a little bit higher, Tom. There you go. Allie, that looks really good with the butt. Much better correction. All right, guys, and position 1. And snatch. Good, and stand. Good jump, Tom. Back down to position 1. So dip.
You know, one last thing, Kat.
2.
I know it's 6 a.m., but I want to see you bring it a little more.
Mhm.
Position 1.
Sometimes just even a little music in the background goes a long way. Now, if you guys want your film or your coaching to be evaluated, don't have any background music.
Position 2.
So
That's
right,
why
Cody?
it's down.
Oh, you did not know at this point.
Good. Reset.
So yes, if you're submitting a coaching for evaluation, you can't have background music during the workout. Obviously, we'll just turn it down. But during the coaching, we can't have that. We'll get flagged. And since we've got no donations today, Cody, that's the only way we're making money.
Position 1. Go.
Shout out to Ryan Wheeler. He says he watches all of our commercials in full just so we get that 2 cents.
All right, guys. Position 1 or
I don't know if that's how it works.
Position 2. Position 1.
But even this, your energy is actually picking up.
Good. Reset.
Right? You can hear it in your
Allie, try to
voice.
land a little bit higher next
And
time.
part of it is you're moving faster, getting them moving more.
Position
Try to
2.
bring that same energy
Position 1. Snatch.
to, all right, guys, say we're
Nice.
dipping.
I like how everybody
Cool, like,
hit it almost the same
If you
time.
need some good jokes,
so for this next
I'll
one,
write them
I'm
for
gonna
you.
say
Okay.
go.
Snatch
And
jokes
you're
come
gonna do
easy to
exactly
me.
what we've been doing. On your own, you're going to go into position 1, position 2, position 1, snatch. And I want to speed it up. Okay. All right. So everybody go. Good. Ashley, really good job making contact. Faster next time. Okay. All right.
I
And go.
just saw Eric's comment.
That was so much better. Good. And reset. Go.
What did that dude
And
just do?
reset.
That was impressive how bad he moved.
I want you to
No
lean
offense, whoever that is. I can't tell who that is.
under
Is
really, really tight.
that Joe?
You're kind of
No.
Oh,
And go.
he's like,
I just realized I was talking the whole time with my mic off.
yeah, I was wondering what was happening. I was letting it go. I was like, whatever. All good.
I was saying up until that last point, Kat had demoed everything except for that last little piece right there, right?
Kind of did it
Yeah.
without the
Stopped
PVC.
in the middle of
right?
the room, right?
That was
And
better.
for the
Nice. All right,
record,
guys, we're gonna
the
swap
most
out
complex movement,
PVC pipe.
right?
Right.
And went on my MMA videos. How do I stop sharing? Cool. All right. I think you have some actionable items. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me what they are.
So when they're like finishing or starting positions, have them hold longer so I can get the static cues in.
Those are the static positions.
Yep.
And I want you during each of those in your head to make sure you've given 3 cues every time. And by the way, there's setup, like in the snatch here, it was setup, receiving position, stand.
Yep.
So there's actually 3 static positions.
And then, of course, the squircle. Although I got similar feedback from Ryan in between when I submitted this video to you, and I at least had them face off for overhead squat last
So you've already implemented that. Cool.
Yep, I implemented that, but I'm still hovering at the front of the room. So like I need to get more comfortable going to the middle. It just does feel like kind of squished. But those are probably the 2 biggest.
Yeah, I would say like rather, a good feedback is not overwhelming, right? And both of those are immediately actionable, and I know you can implement it. So I want to see you take advantage of those static positions and count in your head 3 cues. By the way, some of those cues are great job, Cody, or good follow, right? So it doesn't always have to be a fix. Mm-hmm. And then just think about the setup, and you do your best, regardless of the setup, to see everybody all the time.
Yep.
Cody, can you coordinate with Kat? I want Kat back on.
Yeah.
All right. Next available, put her down for the next one. I know it's like into March at this point, but Kat, you good with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
And let's have I want you coaching the snatch again.
Okay.
Same movement, same space, new and improved Kat.
Okay.
Bring in the energy, bring in the funk at 6 a.m. with all that. Cody, real quick, we got to run. Score.
All right, so I do have one question. Where is Kat at in her journey, right? Because that's going to help. That's gonna help me.
You have your level 3.
I do not have my level 3.
Okay.
I am studying for my level 3.
Studying for level 3, but on multiple calls, and I'm saying this in a positive way, working hard on her journey. Changed locations.
Okay.
Right? Left her husband. Is that true? No.
He goes there too.
He goes there too. I've never met him.
That's because you don't come to the 5 a.m.
And let me tell you this. And I don't know if this is for or against her. Stronger than me. Stronger than me. And great double unders.
All right, from what I've seen right there, I'm going to go 7-6.
Wow. That's higher than I expected you to go. This is going to be our biggest. 7.6. I don't remember what last week's score was, but this is going to be our biggest discrepancy.
Okay.
I'm going to say 6-8.
Okay.
And with that being said, it's going to be in the upper 7s next time. Positive. So we look forward to that. Awesome. Cool. So Cody, Kat, coordinate. We're going to have her back. First opening in March. And by the way, like Cody said earlier, check us out. Best hour of their day on Instagram. If you want to be featured, must keep your shirt on, Eric, especially you, Eric. And Cody will hit you up. We will get you on here, Kat. That was great. You've done a great job. Again, 90% of the time we've watched classes, well, there's been 3 of you. It's still one of the best things I've seen in CrossFit. If I showed up to a box and that's what I got, I'd be like, that was fucking good.
Yep.
So
really good, Kat.
Awesome stuff there. Your mom. Somebody's got to say you're cute. All right. I got to go, Cody. Take us out, Kat. I'll see you at the box.
Awesome.
Kat, see you later.
Perfect.